How's it going, peeps? ProPlanty here, and today I want to do a bit of a story time video. Haven't really done something like this. Should be interesting nonetheless. I found it interesting, and I've just done a bit of research to further back up the story. So let's get to it. Alright, so you may have seen it in a few of my other videos, my raid videos. I'm wearing a new jumper here, sweatshirt, whatever you want to call it. It's actually a Pokemon Red version jumper. And it looks awesome. The minute I seen it online, I'm like, I gotta pounce on this. Limited edition. I had to snag it up. If they did a Pokemon Blue version, I'd probably pick that one up too. But I seen it and I'm like, I gotta get this. And here we are, we're wearing it. Finally. That's what I'm talking about. You're probably like, okay, cool. You got a new jumper. Big whoop. It looks awesome. Massive Pokemon fan. Cool stuff. But there's more to it than meets the eye. And this is where we get to the story part. Now, upon receiving this, I actually got the wrong jumper first. They sent me the wrong one. And then they quickly fixed that and sent me this one. And I returned the other one. So no dramas there. About a week extra wait. I was going to do this video earlier, but here we are now. Doesn't matter. I found this little poster here. This poster right here. And you're like, okay, what's on the poster? This poster's old. I've had this ever since I was a kid. I've said it once or twice, several times. Whoops. That I've been into Pokemon ever since I was a kid, but I kind of, stopped getting into it when I grew up, and then Pokemon Go released, and I got right back into it. And it's been a very nostalgic journey for me. But this poster here, we got Pokemon on there. I'll do some close-ups. This is official, this poster. This is the real deal. You're like, okay, you got a jumper that's got Pokemon Red. You got a poster, a Pokemon poster. Cool. Well, what's on it? Whoops. I don't want to rip this. I do not want to rip this. I just hit it. It was going to tear. Literally, this thing's going to... Oh, jeez. Alright, so first up, we've got a piece here that says Pokemon Gotta Catch 'Em All. It's got Ash Ketchum. It's got Pikachu, Gengar, and Charmeleon. Some classic Pokemon characters there. Awesome. We've also got on the other side, we've got some Pokemon merch here, Battle figures. Catch 'em all and don't get caught without them. I have some of these figures somewhere. They are somewhere. And maybe I'll do a follow-up video sharing all of that. But I can't find it at the moment. It's in like a third-party knockoff Pikachu backpack that I've had. And I bought all this stuff. I have the Game Boy with the little Pokeball that pops out. I got a stack of the figures. Golem comes to mind. Beedrill, I'm pretty sure. Pidgey, Geodude. I think I had a Gengar. They're pretty cool figurines. This is all official stuff as far as I know. This is official as it can get. It's old school, but official. We got the Power Bouncers. I had one of these, but I reckon it got chewed up, from use. I can't remember which one it was. Probably Pikachu or Blastoise. Maybe Squirtle or Mewtwo. I've almost named them all. But that was fun. Real bouncy ball. Pretty cool. Coming soon, Pokemon plush. We have a Meowth. Don't recall ever having one of those. The electronic Pokemon, the Pikachu there. I have a Psyduck one. And it would always go off. It goes quack, 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 quack. Quack, quack, quack. Like I said, I'll have to do a follow-up video if I find that stuff. It's somewhere. I do have a lot of this stuff. So cool merch there. On the other piece of this poster, we have a how to play battle disc competition. You got two folks there flipping the little battle discs into the air. But there's a bit of a game there, and it's pretty fun from memory. It's alright, I guess. I'll stick to the games now, but, the video games. It's cool to see what they did back in the... I'm pretty sure this was the 90s. And I was born in 1992, so fairly young when all this Pokemon stuff was coming into fruition. On another piece of this poster, we have a gigantic looking Pikachu with Pokemon Gotta Catch 'Em All. We've got a stack of Pokemon on screen here. Jinx, which looks different nowadays. They've changed Jinx. Mewtwo is really small there. Rattata is gigantic. We got Zubat off to the right. We got Zapdos and Aerodactyl up near the Pokemon text. Trademarked. This is legit. We got a tiny Tangler. They're not really to scale, are they? But it looks cool. It also looks like Hitmonlee's going to smack Tangler. So there's that. What's really, really interesting here is we've got Nintendo, nintendo.com.au, so this is Australian. This is official as far as I know. And we've got Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue. And I remember as a kid, I was like just staring at this poster, admiring it. I don't even know how I got this poster. I do not remember. If anyone knows, let me know in the comment section below. As far as I knew, I bought the Pokemon toys and merch and the cards. So I couldn't afford the game. You know, I'm a kid. Did I have a Game Boy at that point? I think so. I definitely had a Game Boy Color. So a bit behind. This is for the original Game Boy. But yeah, you can see here in pencil, I've poorly circled Charizard Pokemon Red. And I've actually put down this one with a little arrow. This is my writing with a pencil. I did this back in the 90s. And here's the kicker. I still don't have this game. I do not have Pokemon Red version. I have never played it. And it's funny because when I played Pokemon Let's Go, people were all saying this is a remake, this game. And I'm like, well, it's new to me. I know all the Pokemon, but yeah, never played a game like this. I jumped straight into Pokemon Silver. That was what I was given from my parents. It was probably a Christmas or a birthday. So Gen 2 is like where I started playing the Pokemon games. I did have, you know, Pokemon Stadium down the track, Pokemon Snap, all that stuff. Still have those games. Again, they're somewhere. Yeah, I just thought it was funny that here I am a week ago picking up this awesome jumper with Pokemon Red, Charizard. It's got Game Boy on the side. It's got Pokemon here, there, and everywhere. Incredibly nostalgic to me. And I just thought it was funny that I'm wearing a game that I wanted as a kid that I've never played and never owned. And here we are at age 26, and I'm making a video about it. I still don't have this game. We'll check how much it's going for on eBay down the track. But, real interesting. And it's funny because as far as I know, I like Blastoise more for the reason that my first holographic Pokemon card was a Blastoise. And I'm like, it's Blastoise. Why am I circling Charizard? Charizard is awesome, don't get me wrong. It's probably really hard to choose between the two. Whoever owns this game, which one did you pick? Do you own these games? Do you have them in the box? They look gorgeous. I'm all about retro games, collecting games, artwork, all that stuff. It just made me laugh when I found this poster and I got this jumper and I'm like, hang on a sec. I wanted this game as a kid and I never got the game. And here I am wearing the jumper when I could have spent the money on the game. I would really like to play this game. I still don't have it. If you had told me when I was a kid that you still will not own the game when you're 26 going on 30, I don't know if I would have believed you, but here we are. So that's pretty much the story, but it doesn't end there. Let's keep going. We've got the other side of the poster, which actually folds out to a pretty awesome list, I guess. So I had this poster hanging up in my room, probably, it's got all the Pokemon from Gen 1. And you're like, fair enough. That looks cool. Good way to learn all the Pokemon in the game, you know? But, something puzzled me. And again, this is why I was like, is this official? I'm like, I'm pretty sure the figurines and the toys I all bought were official. It says nintendo.com.au. But then you look at this and you're like, the spelling, the names, they're all wrong. We got Bulbasaur, Venusaur, Charman, Charmel, Charizard, Squirtle, and then you go to Weedle, and then you see Kakuna, and you're like, why is Kakuna called Metapod? But then it goes to Beedrill. We have Pidgeot, and Pidgeot. What about Pidgeotto? Rattata, Ratacat. We got Ratacat. Spearow, Fearow, they're fine. What have they done to Ekans and Arbok? I have no idea. Pikachu and Raichu, Sandshrew, Sandstow, which I'm like, Sandstorm kind of makes sense. You know, maybe they're just giving them nicknames. Nidoran, Nidorin, Nidocure. Foxfire for a Vulpix. Ninetale. This one made me laugh. Jigglypuff is called Pudding. And I'm like, this has got to be a joke. And then Wigglytuff is called Custard. What? That makes me laugh. Pudding and Custard. I mean, sure. Let's go with that. We'll sky through them all. You can see them there. Meowth is fine. Psyduck is fine. Golduck, Mankey, Primate, you know, Flamey, Blaze, Aqua, Hocus Pocus, Alakazam, Karate. Machop is Karate. Judo, Bellsprout, Weepenba, Victory, Jilly, Manowar. Fancy. Geodude, Gravel, Golem. Rapidash is Gallop. So I see what they're doing here, but these are not their names. Slow-Mo and Slowbro, Coil and Recoil, Fowler, Dodo, Grimer, Muck, they're fine. At this point, I had no idea. Some were right, some were wrong, some were like nicknames. Sleeper for Drowsy, Hypno, Krabby, Kingle, Voltorb, Electro, Jinx, Electab, Magmar, Tauros, Magikarp. We got a Magikarp with a K. Gyarados is Skullcra. This Lapras, Ness, Loch Ness monster, sure. Morpho, the Ditto, cool. We got an Eon for Eevee, and then we got Vaporeon. But then for Jolteon and Flareon, they're fine. Like, what about Vaporeon? Porygon, Cargo, Atlantis, Terra, Pterodactyl, sure. Snorlax is fine. The rest of them seem pretty fine. You know, Moltres, Dragoon, Dragon, Dragoni, Dragonite. And then finally Mewtwo. There's no Mew listed, but yeah, fair enough. 150 of 151 Pokemon listed here. So yeah, that's the poster. And you're probably wondering, well, there's got to be an answer. There's got to be a reason. And I only just learned, I probably sound silly here, but I did it. I asked a few people and they're like, that can't be real, you know? And I'm like, well, this is as official as it can get, as far as I know. I mean, they're promoting Pokemon Red and Blue. Why is this list of Pokemon so wrong? Well, I did a bit of research here on Bulbapedia. And if we just have a quick look. Pre-release Pokemon names. During the promotional period that preceded the English release of both the anime and Pokemon Red and Blue, a large amount of Pokemon were shown with different names from those they had in the final release. So yeah, they're just pre-release names. There's nothing suspicious going on. That's why some of them make sense and some don't. Some sound like they have nicknames. But this was a pre-release poster before Pokemon Red and Blue came out. Interesting. Some of these names were similar to their final names, some were quite close to their Japanese names, and others were completely different from any current Pokemon name. Case closed, cool, I can sleep at night now, very nice. And you can see there to the right an unidentified poster showing early names for Generation 1 Pokemon. I'm here with a pre-release, unidentified poster showing early names for Generation 1 Pokemon. And the list is there, you know, exactly how it is on the poster. All these Pokemon. Jigglypuff, Pudding, Purin, Wigglytuff, Custard. Yeah, you know the gist. You get it. I thought it was really interesting. That's why I wanted to make this video. We have literally come full circle. I'm wearing a jumper of a game that I wanted as a kid. 20 years later, I still don't have the game. What's it going for on eBay? Let's have a quick look, and that'll be that for the story. Bit of a lengthy one, I apologize. Hope you learned something nonetheless. I did. You're probably laughing at me, but whatever. It all makes sense now. Very, very interesting to me. Okay, we got people trying to sell the cartridge for $47.50. We got some in their box, $200 plus. Another cart, $50. I'm all for the Australian version, that's what I'd like. We have some without the label for $39. Nah. Has to have the label, has to have it. But yeah, not too many listed. Very interesting. I shouldn't complain. I purchased the jumper instead of the game. But I mean, people can emulate this stuff these days. Whether you go down that route or not, yeah. I'd love to crank out my GameCube, Game Boy Advance Game Boy player. I have and the Super Nintendo Game Boy player. I have one of those. I would so pull one of those out to play this game if I do get my hands on it. That would be fun. Very nostalgic. Finally playing Pokemon Red officially. I can see the title right now. Wow. That'd be a good time. But yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Hope you found out something new today. That's a bit of my past and present all in one little 20-minute video. Rambled on for a bit, but you get the gist. I'll have to find my Pokemon merch and maybe we can do a video on that. something different today nonetheless. Thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe. You can follow me on social media. I'll put the good stuff in the description below, and I'll say it right now: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, @ProPlanty. Go check out my Instagram. I literally did a photo with this jumper sweatshirt, and you can go give it a like if you want. I'd really appreciate that. But yeah, interesting stuff. The Pokemon poster puzzle has been debunked, and here we are, full circle. I now know why, and if you didn't know, now you know. Jigglypuff is called pudding. Remember that. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.